Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our newbie Zoom tonight. I'm so excited for this. I know we have a lot of newbies on our team lately. So we just kind of wanted to do a run through of, how to get started, just run through some questions that we got. So we are going to turn it over to Jess, our upliner, triple diamond upline. She is just going to go over all of these questions that we answered. And then if there's time, we'll do a question and answer. We have a half hour, so we're just going to get started right now. So, okay, Jess, go ahead.
All right. Hey, guys. I'm super excited. I wanted to introduce myself a little bit so you guys can know who I am. If you don't, I am Danyelle's upline, and we started about the same time. We actually went to high school together. And so a little bit about my story is I started when my daughter was a year old. I've been looking for something to do from home. And so I started looking for things for about a year. And this kind of fell into my lap. And so I got started with it. And I started out super shy and super scared and introverted. And I've been able to grow my business really quickly because I've just been able to do the next step and the next step and the next step and get excited about things. And that is exactly how I've been successful with this business. I went, VIP triple diamond within 2.5 years. And so I'm really excited to talk to you guys about how to get started strong and teach you some things that I wish I would have known when I first got started that would have helped me propel my business faster and with even more excitement. So, okay. Oh, there we go. All right. So I'm super excited. So I'm going to start with just newbie training. This may be telling you stuff that you already know. And I'm going to mute everyone. Okay. This may be telling you some stuff that you already know, that you already got in your training. But that's okay. This is going to be a quick refresh. So when you first get started with this business, the very first thing that I tell you to do is to download the Wired app. And the reason why I do that is because it's right here. Let me show you. Ooh, you can kind of see it right there in the corner, right there. And the reason why I tell you to do that is because it keeps you connected with It Works as our whole corporate, and all the corporate calls are linked to this. It gives you how you can get your bonus. It has all those types of things that we really, want you to know. Let me see this. It's so weird. Okay. So it has all of those things on there. So it's really good to keep you connected as soon as you get started with the business. I definitely recommend that you download that. The next thing I have you do is log into your eSuite. So you're just going to log in. You're going to check it out. Check out everything that's on there. Make sure you've set up your auto ship. Go to your settings and make sure you've done a little blurb about me and put your picture in there so that when people come to your website, you see a picture of you right at the top. I'm just going to go ahead and mute everyone that's not muted. Okay. So you can do that blurb in your settings under website. And I would also recommend that if you're just getting started, click on the order tab and do a mock order. That's just going to be, there's a way to enroll customers directly through our eSuite. So that's a really great tool for you to use so that when you do go to order for your customer, you can already know how to do it. So you can already be an expert. So I definitely recommend that. Check out the It Works gear that is available directly on eSuite. So as soon as you can, I would recommend that you purchase a shirt so you can, be advertising your business all the time. And if you can't afford a shirt right off the bat, that's okay. You get a Blitz card in your starter kit. Looks exactly like this. And you can poke a hole in the top and create a little lanyard, put it on a lanyard, and you can wear that around too to kind of show off your business too. All right. So the next thing that I always tell new people is that when you first get started, you're scared, you're a little bit nervous, you're a little bit skeptical. And I think all of us felt exactly the same way. I know I did. I was really nervous. I was really skeptical, but I jumped into my business anyway, because I knew that if I didn't give this my all, then if I don't give it my all, then there's a greater chance that I'm going to fail, right? So I was still a little skeptical. I didn't know how this worked. I'd never done anything like this. But if you're willing to just jump in and, get excited about it right off the bat, that's going to be your biggest tool to success. So don't wait for your kit. Don't wait for, somebody to come to you. Don't wait for somebody to notice that you're doing it. Just start doing it. Just start right now. And if you feel like, I've been started for a little bit and I haven't really done this jumping in, then start right now. I mean, there's no better time to start than right now. All right, the next thing I want to talk to you about is a hundreds list. So I'm sure, you've heard of a hundreds list. If you haven't, then, that's basically you just sit down, get out a notebook, and write down a list of 100 people. Seems overwhelming, but as you get started, it's not really too bad. I mean, you start writing down, your friends. You start writing down your family. You start writing down your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your, dentist. Anybody that you know right now personally, and you're going to write them down on this list of 100 people. Doesn't have to be people that are interested in the products. They don't have to be interested in the business. They're just people that you are eventually going to talk to about this. You're going to kind of think about what they need and how you can best help them. And then we're going to approach them. So get that hundreds list out and written down if you haven't done it. It's a really great tool to help you get started. So in this company, we have everything laid out for you. We tell you exactly what you need to do to be successful. And I love that about this company, because you don't have to guess and figure things out by yourself. You don't sign up and have somebody else, have your upline just say, okay, well, figure it out. I mean, we're here with you every step of the way, and we have a steps to success that shows you exactly what you have to do. So your steps to success are making sure your auto ship is set up, making sure you're commission qualified. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is getting your first 4 loyal customers. And a loyal customer, if you don't know, a loyal customer is somebody who's going to order our products for 3 months, 1 product per month. They can choose anything they like. It's going to be at the wholesale cost. Most people order this way anyway because it's a discount program. So you just want to get those first 4 loyal customers. It's what they're going to choose anyway, so it'll be pretty simple. And then as soon as you get those first 4 loyals, then you're going to move on and start working on getting 3 people who want to earn some extra money with you on the team. So 4 loyal customers, 3 distributors. That's what we're going to work on right away. Those are the steps to success. That's what Danyelle and I have done since the beginning, over and over and over and over again. And that's why we've been successful with this business. We keep continuing to help people reach their health goals and help people earn extra money. And at the beginning, you guys, I felt a little bit overwhelmed by that. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but I want you to take it one step at a time and just keep working at what you've got going on right now. Just keep pushing with, you've got 1 loyal customer. Okay, let's try to get 2. Let's try to get that 4. Let's try to start working on distributors. Just start working step by step and it'll come. All right. As soon as you get started in the business, or if you are relaunching your business, I would strongly recommend that you set up a launch party or a relaunch party. Strongly recommend that you do this in person so that all of your people, everyone that's at your party is there right in front of your face, seeing how excited you are about this business. If for some reason that's not going to work for you, you can always do a launch party online, in which I would recommend doing like a live video part of it, so that they can still see your excitement and see how happy you are and see that you love these products and you're passionate about this business. So if you haven't done that or you haven't done it for a while, I would recommend that you get started on that. And then just, make yourself involved. If your upline is local, then go to their house, schedule a meetup with them. If you have local get-togethers, get together with your team. And if you don't, then figure out when the next event in your area is and get to that, schedule it, put it on your planner. Go to myitworksevents.com, and that's where you can find all of the events near you. So hang on. Whew, Diet Coke. I know. It's not as healthy as I should be. I need to be drinking my greens. I did drink my greens today. Oh, man. My voice is like going. I talk so much. All right. So I wanted to go over right away, like your questions that you asked in the group message so that we can get those answered. And talk a little bit about them. So I'm really excited because these were good questions. So the first one was, and I didn't write them down exactly, but the first one was about, I follow up with people, but they always back out. So maybe, I'm curious if maybe this person is just getting started and, really working on trying to get those first 4 loyals. And they're, feeling like, oh my gosh, well, these people, like, I get them excited. They're excited about the products, and then they just don't want to do it. Something stops them. So what I want to tell you about this is when you get excited about your business, it is so contagious that people are going to jump on board, whether they're going to let those little insecurities and those things that are stopping them not matter so much. For example, if you see, the power of social media, when you see the Starbucks unicorn drink all over the internet, and everybody who has not even been to Starbucks before is suddenly like, I need to go to Starbucks and I need to buy this unicorn drink. It's because everyone is so excited about it that they just feel like, this must be amazing. I need to be on board with this. The fun thing about this is that, we're doing them a huge favor because these products work and they make a huge difference in people's lives. So we're doing this to help and benefit other people while they're just feeding off of our excitement. You can do posts such as, I don't have anything right here, but get out your wrap. Be like, I am so excited to try this. I cannot believe that there's a product that will tighten and tone my body in 45 minutes. Do you guys believe this? That enough? That's enough to get somebody to be like, okay, what are you doing? Like, what is this? Are you trying that thing? Like, what's going on? You just have to use that excitement. Let's see what I can find. Okay. I just grabbed a random one. Confianza. Okay, this one I love. Can you believe that this is an all-natural supplement and it's going to help me keep my cool while my kids are being crazy all day? This is this is insane. Do you understand how insane this is? Like, these are the types of posts that you guys need to do, and they need to be personal and come from you, so they sound like you. That's something that I would actually type out because people know that I would actually say that. So make sure it sounds like something that's coming from you, and whatever you've got on hand or whatever you're excited about, find a picture of it and post about it. I haven't even tried the Confianza yet, but I am really excited to because I have always dealt with stress and anxiety, and I don't want to have to take medications for it. So I'm really excited that this is all natural. Do something that's so exciting. You're sitting at work, you're still working, you're on your lunch break, and you're working your business in between every single second that you have in between your crazy busy life. But you're like, you know what? I'm going to take a picture of myself on my lunch break and talk about how excited I am that I'm not going to have to do this anymore, that now I have an opportunity that lets me, do bigger things. I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. So this is pretty incredible that this was just dropped in my lap. Who else wants to do this? You know what I mean? Like, this excitement is so huge for your business, and people are going to be skeptical about things, and that's okay. If they're curious about this, but they're like, I don't know if it's really going to work, throw them up on your potentials list, follow up with them later, tag them when you do another post about it. But your excitement is going to get somebody to be like, okay, like, what are you doing? All right, I want to try it. I can't believe that I'm doing this, but I'm going to try it. And that's exactly what we want. So, oh my gosh. Whew. All right. That way, if if you're following up with these people and they're like not answering back, or they talk about how, well, it's too expensive or whatever, you can still continue to follow up with these people. You can continue to talk to them. You can continue to post about that product that they're interested in. If they feel like, oh, well, $25 for a bottle of Confianza is just too expensive for me right now. Okay, if $25 for a bottle of Confianza is too expensive for you, have you ever thought about making money from home? Because then this is not going to be that expensive for you. You just have to kind of figure out what's going to be the best way to help this person. Obviously, they want to try things that they can't. They're limited in their budget. So why not help them with this incredible opportunity that you have your hands on? It's crazy. All right. Follow up with a back. All right, let's see. I think it was part of the same question, but it was like, I'm having a difficult time bringing up the conversation with people who are not, not my friends and family, basically. When you are consistently adding to your social media, you are consistently growing your audience. You're consistently getting more people that are going to be watching what you're doing. When you're consistently posting about your products and about your business, P.S., you should be posting 2 times a day about the products and 2 times a day about your business. So when you're consistently doing that and consistently growing your audience, you are going to have people who are coming to you. It takes you a minute of consistency to get that to happen, but that's why we start out by working with your friends and your family from your hundreds list. At the same time that we're posting consistently and adding new people, by the time you're, dwindling down with your friends and family, you're going to be meeting all of these new people. I have a newbie who she was crazy excited on social media, like insanely excited. She was skeptical, but excited. She signed her first 4 customers in 3 days. None of her first 4 customers did she know. She didn't know who they were. They just saw her excitement and hopped on board. So you can do it. And you don't have to feel like you're going to have to message a million people every day. Hey, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Hey, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? And do all this cold message, because it just doesn't work very well anymore. What does work is you being personal about your business and consistently growing your audience. And these people are going to come to you. They're going to comment and be like, okay, what is this? Okay, why are you doing that? How do you make money from home? And, that's really exciting when people start coming to you. All right. Let's see. I was going to throw in, and I know that Danyelle is super great at Instagram, and I work mostly on Facebook. But for my Facebook, I always do my 2 product posts, my 2 business posts every single day. And then I add in, maybe a funny quote or a Pinterest picture or something every once in a while, or an interactive post every once in a while, to keep it personal. I know that Danyelle on Instagram and how Instagram works, you kind of have to add a few more buffer images, like a few more different things on there to keep your profile, since it's all pictures. So I was going to throw that in there. So you have to post a little bit more on Instagram. All right. Another question we got was, I don't know what to say to potentials. First of all, that's what we're here for. So if you feel like you don't know what you need to say to this potential to give them the information that they need, or get excited about what they need you to be excited about, then come to your leaders and say, screenshot. This is what they said. What would you say? And then we can tell you exactly what we would say. And you can take that and you can put it in your own words and you can send that to them. It'll help you learn what you should be saying and how to explain things the best way. And, you know, that's okay. It's okay if you have to go to your uplines and your leaders to help you figure out what to say. And the other important thing too is that somebody asks you how the wrap works, or, you know, okay, what is this wrap? How does it work? I don't, you know, and you're like, oh my gosh, what should I say? I don't know what to say. I don't really know how it works. That's okay, because your excitement is going to get you really far with this. All you have to say is, I don't know how it works, but it works. And it's pretty crazy amazing. It tightens and tones your body in 45 minutes. You've got to try this. That's all you need to say. You know, they're not looking for a scientific explanation usually. They're just looking for you to say, it works. It actually does work. I'm not just lying about it. You know, it works and you should try it. You know, and that's all they really want. So just as long as it's in your own words and something you would say, just use your excitement to help explain things to people. And like I said, if you need help with what to say, then message your upline, message me, message Danyelle, message or post it on the team page, whatever you have to do. All right. Another question was, I have loyal customers that don't stick around after the 3 months. So our loyal customers have that 3-month commitment where they purchase one product per month for 3 months. If we use our customer service skills, we can get a lot more out of that. Basically, I mean, you're paid on this one customer for 3 full months, which is pretty exciting, but we can get more out of that. So one thing that I like to do is, as soon as a loyal customer signs up, I like to send them, I used to send thank you cards, which you can do, but I like to send them like a quick email. And my email just says, hey, thanks for purchasing the wraps. I wanted to give you a little information on what you should do with these wraps. I write down what the steps are, and I just say, let me know if you have any questions. I also am going to follow up with them and say, you know, send them a text. Hey, did you get your wraps in the mail? Did you try your wraps? Hey, your next month shipment is coming up. Do you want to try the wraps again? You know, and just stay in contact with these customers, because if you do that, they're going to want to try more products. If you get them started on something like the greens or the hair, skin, and nail, they're going to want to try it for longer. They're going to want to use this hair, skin, and nail for months. I mean, it's amazing. So they're going to see results and they're going to want to continue using it, which is really good. Oh my gosh, I talk so much. All right. And if you continue to follow up with them and they love the products, another great thing that can happen is that you're like, okay, I know that you've been trying the system for 3 months now, or 2 months, or 1 month, and you're really excited about it and you're excited about your results and you're falling in love with the products. Have you ever thought about making extra money doing this? A lot of my distributors came from loyal customers that I talked to, and I was like, you know, you're excited about this. You're telling your friends about this anyway. Why not start making some money doing it? You know what I mean? And that's a conversation you can have. It puts it in the back of their mind and they're like, you know, I didn't really think of that, you know, and then they start thinking about it and they get back to you. So that's a good way to also get distributors from your customers. All right. We're running low on time. So I want to get to this last question, and it was, how do I get distributors? So I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to get distributors really quickly. So these are my 5 top tips how to get distributors. The first one is, if you're good at signing loyal customers, continue signing loyal customers, because like I said, those can turn around and become some of your best distributors. You know, if they don't become your best a distributor, they can send you referrals. They can find people in their family that want to try the hair, skin, and nails as well. You know, something like that. One thing I do send to my loyal customers that, like, I'll put it at the bottom of my text or whatever, and I'll just say something like, hey, if you're ever thinking about making extra money with this, you know, I'd love to help you. or I'd love to send you over some information about it. And then that gets them thinking like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, you can send me information if you want. And that's kind of an in. So number 1, continue signing loyal customers. Number 2, do parties, expos, ask your customers for referrals, anything like that. And kind of just bring it up to people. If they're not interested in it, that's okay. But I always talk about it anyway, because it's said that every person goes through a major life change every 6 to 9 months. Maybe they have a baby, maybe they get married, maybe they lose their job, maybe they move, whatever the case may be. But they may be interested in it later, and they're going to think about it and say, you know, I know that you talked about making extra money from home. Well, now I'm interested, you know, now I want to do that. So, I always talk about that at parties, expos, anything like that. Number 3 is Facebook. So when you first get started, I feel like you kind of think that, you kind of think that it's really going to be difficult for you to get distributors because you're not successful yet. And actually, it's completely the opposite. Sometimes it's more difficult for people who are successful to get distributors because we're not as relatable anymore. The biggest times that I get distributors are when I talk about my story of struggle to success, where they're like, oh, like you struggled just the same as I did. They can relate to that. And then they want to come with me on the journey. So as your life changes, share it on Facebook. That means if right now you're working a full-time job and you're trying to work this in between lunch breaks, or you are, you know, trying to make extra money so you don't have to go back to work, or whatever it is, talk about it. You know, I'm so excited that I'm doing this business so that I don't have to go back to work. I'm so excited that I can do something like this so that, you know, I don't have to worry about finding other odd jobs in order to supplement my husband's income, or, you know, whatever you're working towards. I'm so excited I have this so that I can make my own car payment from home, you know, and start talking about it. And then eventually that's going to happen. And you're going to be like, I just quit my job, you know, and that's when people are going to really like see that this is really changing your life. Or I just bought my groceries with Wrap Cash. I just paid for my utilities with my paycheck. Anything. I just took my family out to dinner because I sold a wrap. Whatever it is, get super excited about it and keep talking about it all the time, because these are things that maybe you weren't able to do before, and now you are. And people are going to start seeing that. I can't tell you how many people have come to me and said, I've been watching you for the last year. I've been watching you for months, and I've seen how your life has changed, and I'm ready to jump in. And these people have never liked or never commented on my posts, but they've been interested and they've been watching. So you just never know, but you just want to continue to make, you know, show your life changes on Facebook and Instagram, on social media. Let me see. All right, number 4, make a list. Make a list of people who need some extra money or would be really good at what you do. And start thinking about everyone on your hundreds list. Start thinking about people on your Facebook. Start thinking about people who are, you know, writing about how they hate their job. They're posting about how they want to make extra money from home. They're posting about whatever. Start thinking about those people, because we can send them a message. All right, I have 5 minutes. And if you make that list and you're like, okay, what should I send to these people? Let us know, and we can help you figure out exactly what to send to each of these people so that you can start that conversation. All right, and number 5, People are watching you and they're waiting to see you fail. And I know that sounds so awful, but it's so true. People see people in MLM businesses and they're like, okay, well, how long is this going to last? Is she going to stick with it? Is she really excited about it? Is she just going to quit in 2 weeks because it doesn't work? They're watching and waiting to see if you're actually going to stick with this, because they're not going to sign on a business with somebody who's not going to be around. You know what I mean? So make sure that you don't quit and that you let people know that you are not quitting. I'm not here to do this for a month and figure out if it's going to work for me, because I know it's going to work, because I'm going to make it work. And people are going to hop on board with that because they want to be a part of something like that. So hang in there. There's going to be people that are going to tell you no. There's going to be people that are going to, tell you that this is a scam. There's going to be parties that you set up that nobody comes. There's going to be events that you pay for that you don't get anything from. There's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be failures that happen in your business, even right off the bat. But that's okay, because none of us got to the top of the company without going through those failures. None of us got to be making, thousands of extra dollars a month because it was easy. Success doesn't go straight up where you just figure it out and it just happens for you. There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of times in the beginning of my business where I thought about quitting, but I'm really glad that I stuck with it, because it's completely changed my life. It's completely changed my family's lives. And, I've been able to change so many other people's lives in my business since then. Have more confidence, make extra money, change their confidence level. I mean, it's so incredible the things that you can do with this business. All right, you guys, so that's about signing distributors. So I have 3 minutes. If anybody has any questions, you can type them into the chat. Is there anything else you wanted to add, Danyelle?
No, I think it was good. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and ask them really quick. Good.
All right. If nobody has any questions, I will end on this then, because I thought it was so good. I did a Zoom with another team last week, and one of the questions they asked was, what is my why? Like, how do I figure out what my why is? We talk about this all the time, that the reason why we started this business is what's going to keep us driving forward and keep us motivated and excited. And I want to talk a little bit, just for a second, about what your why is and why it's so important. And everyone's is going to be different. So when I started this business, I didn't want to have to go back to work. I was working a million different odd jobs in order to make the extra money we needed, because I refused to go back to work, because I refused to put my daughter into daycare. I was so against it. I'm super passionate about it. The thought of putting her in daycare made me sick to my stomach. And so that was my why, because without this business, I was on the verge of having to do something like that. And that your why should make you so passionate that, your why, if you sit here and think about it, it should make you cry, because you're so passionate about it. I don't want to have to go back to work. I want to be able to supplement my husband. I want to be a single mom and be able to take care of my kids. I want to, whatever your why is, like, I'm getting goosebumps right now because I know people in these situations. Your why should make you so passionate that you would do, there's nothing that you wouldn't do in order to make this happen. You get somebody to tell you no in the face and it's fine. I'm going to move on. I was so shy. I was so scared of rejection. I was so nervous to get in front of people. But you guys, I did it anyway because I was so scared of what would happen if I didn't have this business. I was scared that I wasn't going to be successful, but I also told myself, there's no way that I'm not going to be successful because I don't have another option. This is my option. This is what's going to work, so I'm going to make it work. So make sure that you have that. You know, if it's your kids, put up a picture. This is an old picture, but it's in my office. Put up a picture of your family and what you're passionate about so that you can always see it, so that you always know what you're working towards. Right now, daycare isn't, we don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's so awesome for me. So my why has changed from that to, you know, I want to be able to take my family on trips. I want to be able to make it so my husband doesn't have to work, or, you know, he can work and do whatever he wants. I want to make it so that, you know, if somebody says, do you want to go shopping? I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go shopping. You know, there were so many times in my business or before my business where my family would say, hey, do you want to come down for dinner? And we lived just far enough that I didn't have enough money and gas to drive down there. So I would have to make an excuse about why I couldn't come and if I had to work or whatever excuse I had to come up with because I was so embarrassed. I don't have to worry about that anymore, you guys. So make sure you figure out what your reason is and you fight for it and you work for it. And if you think about that long and hard enough, it should make you cry because you're so passionate about it. How long would you work for that? How hard would you work for that? Your answer should be, I will work as long and as hard as I have to in order to make that happen, or in order to make sure that that doesn't happen. I mean, that's exactly how passionate you should be about this and how excited you should be. And you should be ready to give this business your all. So that's my biggest advice, excitement, and just dive in, you guys. This business does work. Danyelle and I are living proof of it. We're right in front of your face. We have been successful at it. There's not a, does this work or doesn't it work? It does work as long as you work. And if you dive in right from the beginning and make this happen, this is going to be incredible for you and your family. So, all right. I'm like writing the line of like, oh, goodness. But
You're
all
good.
right, guys. Yeah,
Thank you, Jess, so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All
Okay.
right. I will get your recording back to you.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks everyone for joining.
All right. Thanks,
See you
guys.
later. Bye.